So through the rear wheel well, above the frame but under the truck bed, there is a stud right there with a nut on it. This is for the upper portion of the rear shock. I'm going to go ahead and try and remove that nut. Using a 14mm ratchet wrench, we're going to go ahead and reach over the frame. Try and get this on here and try and loosen this nut. Using a 17mm socket and a 16mm wrench for the nut, let's go ahead and remove the shock bolt. I'm going to go ahead and grab the shock. Go ahead and lower this unit out. Now we're going to go ahead and install our shock. We have our washer, the rubber spacer. I'm going to feed that up into the chassis. Once that's up there, we're going to take our rubber grommet and our spacer and stack that on, install that on top of the shock. And then we'll install our nut. With that caught, we're going to come on down to the lower portion. We already cleaned up our bolt and put some anti-seize compound on there. Let's go ahead and line up that shock. Get our bolt in. I'm going to go ahead and get that nut started on there. Let's go ahead and snug up this bolt. I'm going to go ahead and torque this down to 64 foot-pounds. We're using a 16mm socket and ratchet to tighten this up. Now we're going to snug this down. Good rule of thumb is to compress this down so that the rubber washer expands to the same diameter as the metal washer. If you have the ability to do so, you want to torque this nut down to 15 foot-pounds.